at the start, growing up, like, I played soccer and I played football, and but before I even played football, I hung around with some of the people I went to school with. And anyway, we just rode bikes around town and that. I had my first cigarette with someone down Stuckey Street. It just so happened to be where I got attacked by dogs. But I was attacked in more ways than just the physical. You know, I'd go down to the rodeo down there, and you know, it was like full of people. I was young. It was like they were out of my soul. You know, I'd get itchy eyes. I rub my eyes. You know, and I'm actually blind in this eye pretty much. It's just all a blur. And I hope I don't go like that in this eye, because I had treatment done. But you know, before I even knew about this problem, I had a brain injury. I didn't die even after I had a brain injury. You know, it was like I was all right until other people got involved. Like in the, you know. But yeah, I had problems down there with the rodeo. They say Patterson's curse. It was like a big problem, massive problem, that fucking everyone had to buy hay fever tablets and that, you know. But I don't get hay fever anymore, you know. It's just, you know, talking about my other video of, you know, a short path. I remember being in a cot, but I wasn't my youngest. I wasn't the youngest I've been, you know. I was a baby in the cot, but that was only one memory, you know. And then I grew up. I hung around like people that lived near the school up there after I got a Bible, you know, and like there was one bloke that was a farmer. He had guns and that, and like guns are sins. There was a gun shop in the toy world over in Cootamundra when I was playing soccer over there before football. Yeah, then I grew up. Everyone finished high school and that, like, you know, everyone finished primary school, and while going to high school, they came over here all the time, every afternoon almost. And only once, when there was like 5 of us in the room, I got itchy eyes. You know, just once. You know, how short is the path in life? Can't be just this life. You know, I was attacked how I was attacked. You know, that's no mention to the fucking what I had, pink eye, after watching a movie. But, you know, how short is life? Is this real life? You know, it can't be like this, you know. It can't be just about having kids and growing up. There has to be more to society, you know. I don't want to go blind, you know. But you know, even my lungs, they're not as good as they were. But you know, I go to the doctors. They can't really do much about it. But I never had a problem until I was encountered in the fucking radio mirror. And like there was no physical harm, but there was some sort of, you know, consequence as me in me talking to that guy, you know. But I won't talk about that. But it was just a simple conversation, and I was standing over a water main, you know. I don't want to fucking say it's the town, but it could have been the serpent, you know, the serpent of the town. You know, why don't they let you fucking feel life as it is, and then, you know, instead it's forced upon you, you know? And it's a joke. But yeah, just a big issue with like the soul. How big is society in life? Is it all an individual experience?